Hi there, I'm Katie, and I love baseball, especially Blue Jays baseball. So the Jays played the Rays. That is a thing that happened. I kind of wish it didn't happen. I really wish it didn't happen. They played a 4-game series. The Jays won the first one 5-2, and after that, it was a dumpster fire. So, let's do this. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Also known as the good, the bad, and Francisco Liriano. I went there. Justin Smoak seems determined to prove me wrong, which I'm kind of digging, because I will confess, I think Justin Smoak is hot. Also, did you know that he's 30? Justin Smoak is 30. He's older than me. Up until now, I've thought he doesn't look like he belongs on this team, but he just keeps proving me wrong. So he went, hold on a minute, refer to the notes. He went 3 for 14 with a walk. He played 4 games. And versus the Orioles, which is a video that is not on the YouTube because my computer ate it. But I did talk a little bit about him on it as well because he went 2 for 4 against the Orioles and looked good. Yeah, I said it. Justin Smoak, you look like you belong in the fucking major leagues. What the hell is going on with this world? Also on the good news side, Jose Bautista seems determined to prove that he can play in the field. Sadly, he's not exactly showing any ability at the plate, but he's playing right field really well, to the extent that I no longer feel uncomfortable with having him as our everyday right fielder. Then again, it's only 6 games into the season, and I completely reserve the right to totally change my mind tomorrow. Sunday's game was painful. Like, actually physically painful to watch. And we haven't even talked about Liriano yet. Sunday's game was bad. Marco Estrada? No. You know what? No. We're just going to talk about one person. 2 people in the bad. Number 1, Troy Tulowitzki. So, the rule about not breaking up a double play, sliding into second, it's a crap rule. We all agree it's a terrible, terrible, stupid rule. But you know what else is stupid? That there's no penalty when both dugouts clear and everyone runs onto the field. Tulo and Souza exchanged some words after a bad slide. Now, the umpire came in. All of the other players who were in the field came to converge to join this conversation about what a dick Souza was. And then everybody came running off the benches. We had managers out there. There should be something that happens when they clear the benches. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like hockey when there's a bench clearing brawl and a whole bunch of people end up in the penalty box and you're like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. It's just complete insanity that they can all just run onto the field and then kind of stand around and talk to each other and ask how their kids are and if their puppy is still teething and nothing happens. Like, it just feels stupid to me. But anyway, Tula was upset. Souza was upset. The double play happened anyway, so it wasn't really that big a deal. But Tulo, I don't know if that shook him or if he was in a weird headspace or what was going on. But, it wasn't pretty. He picked up an error later on, which was not nice. Oh, and he botched a rundown. When the hell has Tulo ever botched a rundown? A lot of people have been predicting that this is Tulo's breakout year with the Blue Jays, that we're going to go back to seeing that insane player from Colorado that everyone was like, why did they trade him? What is going on in this universe? That Tulo was not there. Quite frankly, if we hadn't had Martin, who ran for the bunt, and Smokey making that crazy stretch for the catch, if that play had not happened, I probably would have flung myself off my balcony in the 6th inning when Josh Donaldson hobbled off the field after injuring his right calf. Like, the game was bad. almost turned it off bad. So Liriano had his first start of the season, and he got his first out of the 2017 regular season. His first and so far only out. Guys, it was bad. Like, did you watch it? Did it make you an alcoholic? It was a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster. It was the kind of thing where I was following Blue Jays Twitter and the inning began and the Jays got 2 runs and then we went to the bottom of the first and I shut off my phone because I thought, I need to be alone in my misery on this one. It was bad. This is not the Liriano that Blue Jays fans saw at the end of last season, who pitched 49 innings for us. This is, however, the Liriano that the Pirates traded us. He walks a lot of batters, and he gives up a lot of home runs. Sure, it doesn't usually happen all in one inning, but somewhere between this start and the guy who pitched with a 2.92 ERA, somewhere between there is the actual Liriano, and I think there's a lot of talk about the depth of the Blue Jays starters. I think we have 4 amazing starters and 1 wild card. And I think unless Liriano pulls it together, and people seem to keep thinking that Martin is somehow going to pull Liriano together, which I think is bullshit, but that's a whole other topic. Unless Liriano pulls it together, all of the people who hated R.A. Dickey are gonna kind of start to miss him. The Jays played the Rays, that's a thing that happened. Next up comes the home opener on April 11th against the Milwaukee Brewers, for which I'll be picking up a lot of beer. Because brews for the Brewers, right? That seems like it should be a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing. Let me know in the comments below how your team is doing. Hopefully they're not 1-5 for the season so far. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I will see you on Thursday with a wrap up from the 2 Brewers games. Bye. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a sports fan.